Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the Panda Potion Master. We are starting to paint. We are starting to paint. Let's go. He is all baked. He is baked up, solid as a rock, and he's ready to go. I'm very excited. Didn't take us too long to get to this point. Only 13 or so hours. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Here, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I forgot to put my work apron on. I have an apron that I wear while I'm doing all this. Because if I'm painting or sculpting, I don't want to be wiping my fingers on my shirt, on my chair. I need a spot to wipe them, so I have an apron. It's very practical. Let's scoot this back a little bit. This is my mic. I'm quite cramped on this desk, not gonna lie. There's a lot going on over here. Let's tone this down a little bit. That's a little better. Seemed a little loud. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the color scheme. I got some of my go-to colors right here. But we'll see what happens, because I have no idea what kind of colors we're going to be doing. I got no thought on any sort of color palette. But hey, we'll figure it out. What we're going to start with, though, is a layer of black base coat. That gives us some good shadows, some good definition when we get to painting his body. So we do some dry brushing, do some washes, and then the black underneath really pops out. So that's what we're gonna get started with. So I'll try to get as much ready as I could beforehand. I'm just shaking this paint up because I've had this paint forever. Let me shake it over here. Trying to get loosened up because this thing likes to have a dry top. I should probably just toss some paint thinner in there, but hey, here we are. What is this? Whatever, man. Freaking Streamlabs trying to get me to buy it. It's clogged up. It's clogged. You do some quick surgery. Surgery successful. Good heavens, get out of there, brother. Yeah, it's pouring some paint thinner. For sure. Good lord. You know what I also forgot? I also forgot to get some water. Oh, that's gonna pop off. Let's see what we got here. Something's afoot. that's a mostly dried piece of black paint right there. Let's just throw that right there. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. Now we'll need to grab some water real quick, but let's get this. You get a good amount of black paint on here, probably, honestly. Takes a good amount of time getting that first layer of black paint on. That's a lovely noise. Get a good amount there. I do need some water, so give me 1 second. And we're back again. First stream of the week, always a little chaotic. Trying to figure out my life, get back in the rhythm. But we're doing it. We're getting there. Right. And now it's getting dark outside at like 5 o'clock. Welcome in, Doctor. It is good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend and a happy Halloween. You know, we are fresh to it. 12 minutes in. You missed nothing. So welcome. Getting ready to get the first coat of paint on here. Just getting it all ready. Get all mixed up so it's not super thick. I'll probably use all this black paint. This first layer of paint is... This one is very crucial, so I want to get it right. Don't want it to be too thick. I want it to run into all the cracks and crevices nicely. Getting a consistency of melted ice cream. So I've been told to do by many a painter. That looks... I just keep dipping my brush in the water. It was good over here. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Didn't do much on Halloween. Rest of the weekend was pretty chill. Nothing crazy. So it was good. Alright, let's get that B-roll flowing. Let's get painting. He's baked. He's ready for paint. Whoa! Breaking ground on our sculpture with the paint. See, this one is no thoughts, just paint, you know? Let me adjust this a little bit. Then you got a light over on this side pointing this way. So I got a light over here and a light over there, but nothing over here. And a trifecta of lights. Oh. Dropped all my paint. Yeah, that texture's looking pretty good. Especially in the back. Yeah, he baked pretty well. The way I laid him down, the back of his coat is a little flatter than I'd like, but you live and you learn, you know? One day maybe I'll get some cost clay or other flexible clay. And then we can adjust it after. Got a little bit of a crackage, looks like on his arm, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll be gentle with the flower when I'm painting it. Dry brushing is going to be quite nice. I'm very excited. Yeah, dry brushing is going to be good. That's going to be nice. All the different textures and layers we have on him. He's gonna look wonderful. Honestly, so far, one of my favorite sculptures I've done. As of recent. Maybe one of my best sculptures I've done. Altogether. Who knows? I love all the details that we got on. He's got a good proportions on his body. Good sculpt. His face actually looks like a bear, which is a plus. Sometimes I sculpt things and it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It looks a little off. But this guy, 10 out of 10 so far. Yeah, the dry, but if we were doing lighter colors, probably could have done white as a base coat, but I like the depth that doing a black base coat gives. Because if you just do dry brushing all across, instant shadows. Instantaneous shadows. If you do white, you do dry brushing, it doesn't look as deep. You probably get away with, you know, when people do painting, they do like I've seen a lot of people do like a orange undercoat. Probably get away with something like a color to add a different bit of variety, a different bit of tone to our sculptures. I think that'd be interesting to try one time. Yeah, this guy's could be a pain in the butt to paint, I feel like. Alright, we got enough. We got enough footage of painting. I was really happy with how the texture on the hat came out after it was dried and cured. Looks really nice. Almost, honestly, almost done with the base coat. Then I'm just gonna blast my hairdryer at it for a couple minutes. Get it completely dry, and then we can get to painting. Terrifying. I don't think I'm ready. I was hoping this would take a little bit longer. This was me procrastinating. Vibration. Let me tone down my gain a little bit. See if that helps at all. I don't know what this is. This loud side or the quiet side? Let's take a peep. Let's hold on. Properties. Looks like it's on there. Pull it down a bit, I'll tone it down a little bit. Make sure my filters are still on there. Threshold attack. I throw a ducking on there, but if not, we'll see. I don't know what any of these do. Yeah, for the audio settings, I just added I'll pull it down on the decibels and see if that helps at all. If it doesn't, let me know. I'll talk a little quieter. I'll mess with it after the stream. Okay, because there's some settings on there, because I have it right now on like regular. Interesting. This is true. Get to painting, Tim. You can mess with your audio later. Don't procrastinate any more than you already are. I am procrastinating. I think I've done myself dirty with this design a little bit. Okay, some of these points are real hard to reach with my paintbrush. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, there's a lot of cracks and crevices. Yeah, that was an easier procrastination bit right there. I jumped at it. I pounced on that opportunity. It's like, oh, something else to do besides paint? Yes, please. I don't know what. We're gonna have to sit here and think on the color a little bit, I think. Now the delicate flower. Do not break on me. Thank you very much. I'm very scared that you'll break. But I must get everything. Everything must be quartered. Yeah, same. I'm a big procrastinator. But then I do things and it doesn't take that long. It's not as bad as I thought, but in my head, absolutely the worst thing possible. I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out the order of operations for painting while I'm doing this, just kind of feeling out where the hard bits are to reach, that there's gonna be some overpainting so that when I do each area, I can get all the harder bits out, get all the overpainting, and then when I'm going through it's easy touch-up rather than doing the big parts and then all the tiny parts, and then all the overpainting happens and I have to go back and retouch up. I'm looking for a one and done deal. I want to be economical with my painting. It is actual work. That's me with laundry. It will live in my basket. Because there are other things that I could be doing, like sitting on the couch and staring at a screen. While I could sit on the couch, stare at a screen, and maybe fold laundry. Too much work. It's too much work. Because then I have to watch something that I don't really have to pay attention to, because I gotta pay attention to the laundry. I usually throw on a stream, like a VOD of a stream. But here we are. I want to make sure everything's good and covered. Don't want any gray on there. Any gray paint showing. All has to be black paint. So that if I miss anything with the base coat and I miss something with the actual paint, then it's black. And it's a shadow. It's not empty clay. But is it a resin 3D printer or is it a filament printer? Because if a resin printer, I understand. I have seen those. A friend of mine has one and they don't look fun to clean. You gotta filter out all that resin. I don't even know. But it does not look, it just looks tedious. And here I am, painting a very detailed sculpture. Who am I to speak of tedious? Nonsense. Some blank spots. Getting all those cracks and crevices. Yeah, I think his book is going to be last. I'm thinking we're going to start with the pants. Pants, and then the shirt, and then the details on the shirt. And then jacket. Yeah. Then we'll go from there. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know how to clean those. I have never touched a 3D printer in my life. I'm an old man. I'm scared of technology. Also, with it being darker outside, I lose my source of light outside. Darn you, daylight savings time! It's not even 6:30, it's pitch black outside. This is offensive. This is a scandal. It is a scandal. It's a scam. Daylight saving times is a scam. You can pay a yearly subscription to skip it, or if you don't pay your yearly subscription, it happens to you. Back the leg. Yeah, I was gonna do this part off camera, but didn't have time. So I either skip the stream and do this so that when we start painting, this base coat is done. Or I do this on stream, take up most of the stream doing it, and maybe get a little painting done. I decided to do this on stream. It's always a little bit. I feel like I've painted every single crack and crevice, and then I see it from a different angle. There's a whole crack right in here. Thought I got it. I guess I didn't. Yeah, also the resin printers, I know they need a lot of ventilation because they're stinky and poisonous. Anything with resin, make sure you got ventilation and you're wearing a respirator. Save your lungs. Yeah, there's a YouTuber. There's a lot of different. He's big on toy making. His name is The Craftsman, Steady Crafting. But he's very big on the PPE when you're crafting. You don't think that you're inhaling a bunch of dangerous chemicals if you're like painting or doing all this nonsense, but you're sort of sanding, again the resin, all the chemical spray painting. Be careful. All right. I think I feel good about that. Let's dry them off. And we can see what's going on. This is true. Let's see here. I have to put you on mute to use this ding dang thing. My trusty hairdryer. That would be audio. That would be an audio nightmare to do this right in front of it. So you get the visual, but you don't get the audio. All right, there's a few more spots I want to get before I continue with the coat. And for the priming, it is just black paint. If I'm doing like a diorama, and this is like a scene, then I'd use Mod Podge and whatever paint. I usually use if it's like dirt and I want the dirt to stick along with it being like a base coat, then I'll use Mod Podge and a paint. But just for this primer, just black paint. Just plain old black paint. Sorry, that was a straight elbow shot. I'll do a different. Oh. Recording a little bit. I forgot to stop recording. Yeah, I got mine at like the CVS or something. Some sort of drugstore. I've had that thing for ever. It's over. Good Lord, I think it's probably over 10 years old. Just a little bit in his neck. I can't seem to get. Can't seem to get that bit in his neck. I need to figure out. We'll let him air dry a little bit. We're gonna do some looking. Some color. We need to figure out some color schemes. We need to figure out some color schemes. So I'm thinking for the pants. I have this like tan. I'm thinking a basic tan for the pants. Maybe like a gray for the shirt. The overcoat is what's throwing me off. I don't know what color to do the overcoat. I want it to be like a nice color. Brown and gray. I'm just not great at colors. Because I was thinking maybe this orange or the scarf, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. So how many colors do we need? One color? 2 color, 3 color, 4 color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6 colors. Let's see here. Let's go on. Let's look at pandas. The post. I want to do a color palette generator. Gives a I do want a fall Halloween vibe. Except all cookies. Start the generator. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we kind of have. I don't want anything too bright. Kind of like that. That's pretty muted. Sign again. We'll screenshot it. Not bad. That's a bit too aggressive with the just all green. Just browns, yellows, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see here. Pinterest. Let's look up some. Hello. Let's go fall color palette. All right. I think we're on a aubergine eggplant color. I do like a purple. Because we're gonna have brown for the leather straps. Both of these are gonna be brown. Both of these guys brown. We could do like a mustard yellow shirt with a tan pant. We could do like a burnt orange, maybe like a deep teal on the jacket. That would look cool. Let's get this out. Threw some shrimp the other day. That was fun. Let's see here. I want to figure out. So the hat. The panda. Get this scarf. Get this. The jacket. We got the book. Jacket goes down. We got the pants. Belt. Strap going across. Belt. Pantalones. Feet. Hand. Flower. Okay. I'm thinking hat. Yeah, I was thinking hat is the same color as a coat. So maybe like, oh, what we could do. Deep teal. Or hat and coat. We can do a nice burnt orange for the scarf. Burnt orange for the scarf. Shirt can be, let's go pants is like that camel color, like a nice tan. This is what I got working. This is what I got working. Sorry, let's bring you into it. We got a junky little sketch. Nice camel. Burnt orange for this. Deep teal for the jacket. Do I want to go? Well, now I'm thinking we could just do like a white. Would a white shirt clash with that teal? I think it would, because I'm thinking maybe for the shirt either an olive green or a mustard yellow. I think even I'm thinking like the mustard yellow or the shirt. Mustard yellow. And then the patches. We could do like I like the book being purple. We'll write it down. Aubergine. Yellow for the shirt. Tan for, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the way. Like dark green and earthy purples. So aubergine for the book. I'm a big fan of the purple book. And then patches. will have like dark green. And maybe some sage green, like just some variations of green. Yes, I think that'll do. I think that'll do. Oh, I'm gonna screenshot this one so I have it. This is the color palette that I found. So that's what I'm working with. So we're doing this deep teal for the coat and for the hat. Burnt orange for the sweater. A nice mustard yellow for the shirt and a tan for the pants. And then for the patches, it's gonna be like a dark green and a sage green. And the book is gonna be a nice purple. Hopefully it's not too much, but I think it'll be good. I think that'll be nice. All right. And unfortunately, we are going to skip the glasses on our guy. This glasses and monocle weren't going to work out, so I ended up vetoing that. I think they're a good idea, but execution I wasn't going to be a fan of. So let's do a quick once over. Couple spots. And make sure we're looking good. How are we feeling about the color palette? We feel good about that color palette. I think it gives a good fall Halloween vibe. Then we're almost done with this base coat. I don't think we're gonna get any of the main colors on today. I think we'll get that tomorrow. You respect the choice. Excellent. I got the doctor's approval. It's crazy how long a little top coat takes. You're being meticulous. All right. Now tomorrow you get to watch me try to mix some colors together. I'm awful at mixing colors. Oh no. Forgot his underside. Should be good here. Let's do this little number. There we go. Found some non-wet spots. Yeah, one time it took me like way too long to mix a green. It was very embarrassing. So I ended up not using that color. Painting, just as important as sculpting. You take your time. No rushing. Not allowed. Got a bit of paint on my hand, but that's fine. It's only paint. I just have to be super careful with this scarf because it is loose. I don't want it cracking off. Now I can get his under hat. Even though no one will ever see under this bit, I'll know it's not painted. I myself will know. That's the real travesty. Me knowing and me not doing anything about it. I'll be 112 on my deathbed. Like, I didn't paint the panda's underside. Then I'll pass away. Absolutely devastating. A devastating way to go. Oh, no paint on my hands. Good job, Tim. You did good, kid. Exactly. Alright. I feel good about that. We have made a thorough mess of our desk. And we got paints out that we didn't use. It's been a good paint. Tomorrow, we'll start on some of the colors. I'm excited. One step closer to being complete with our Panda Potion Master. I think we got a good start for tomorrow. We got some good colors to go with. I think it'll be a good painting day. Good setup day. So it is pretty wild. It feels like it took 1,000 years, but also it feels like it was pretty quick. So tomorrow we'll get going on all the painting, all the color mixing, and much more chaos. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow around 5:45 or 6. Thanks for hanging out. I am pumped for the next time as well. Peace out, guys.